This episode is brought to you by Precision Fuel and Hydration, a proud supporter of the Inside Running podcast. It keeps us fueled on our long runs and races. Are you training for your next big race and still guessing your nutrition? Welcome to episode number 440 of the Inside Run podcast. A massive thank you for being with us for another week. Happy Easter Monday for those people who celebrate it. Another public holiday here at the Inside Running podcast factory, a light show. It's going to be a quick episode. We got some news from some 5K road racing. We've got some Vic Milers, and that's about all we got. So I don't know what we're going to talk about for the next hour, but I'm sure we'll be able to fill your ears with some kind of running content. Welcome to my co-host. He's just come off the shop floor at the running company Geelong. Would have been slinging shoes all morning, wouldn't you, Moose? Welcome to you.
Was in Torquay today, actually.
Oh, Torquay. Okay.
Nice to be back there. Yeah, I don't spend a lot of time in Torquay anymore because I got a new office in Geelong, and that's where I spend my days. I can lock myself up there. Got this nerdiest setup ever. Got 2 screens, and so like how all the nerds have multiple screens they look at. So I'm getting it done in Geelong most of the time, but it's good to get to Torquay.
Can't you afford Toby on a public holiday Monday?
Well, Toby is the same reason you blokes aren't working is, well, actually,
we're working.
Probably a wrong example, you two blokes, but he's a full-time employee, and so he gets public holidays included in his salary and doesn't have to work.
Hey, given we haven't got much to talk about today, I am going to bring up the Chinese running shoe vibe, theme, trend that I've been seeing on social media. So get ready for that a bit later on. That's coming, okay? I know you got opinions on it. There's some reels popping off about the Chinese shoe industry. But welcome to you, Croaks, the 217 man. He's in race week, Moose. He's on the roads this Sunday. Carly and I were driving to Bendigo yesterday trying to think about, this is what we do when we drive to Bendigo on Easter Sunday. When was the last time Croaks raced on the roads?
Isn't it Saturday, Croaks?
Yeah, it is Saturday.
Oh, Saturday, sorry.
Saturday morning. Well, I can tell you when my last 10K on the road was. It was a week before my heart shut itself. 2023, I ran Sydney 10, and then the following week, my heart went into spasm. So yeah.
So then Melbourne Marathon, is that the last road race?
You just said
yeah, that'd be the last road race. Yep.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
he said 10K.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, last 10K was 2023. Last road race, would have been
October 24.
Melbourne 24. Yeah.
That's a while ago. Looking forward to seeing you in action this week. Do you know much about the competition?
No, Zach, who I coach, is running. Frosty from Wollongong's coming down. Don't really know. There's always
Aaron Parker going to run 10K?
I don't know. There's always people around. Like last year, like Rogues ran, and Marty Dent ran last year. Eli, his son, ran. So I don't know. Like there'll be people.
What's first prize? We're talking cash?
I think it's like $500.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
You get someone decent for 500.
Yeah, and it's good. It's not good. They've changed the course this year from what it's been the last probably like 5 or 6 years. But the course is very similar to when I did it back in 2015, 2016. So I'll be able to sort of compare, I guess, times. Like it's almost the same course, like all the same hills and stuff. So
okay.
Yeah.
Moose, we might go with you first this week. Want to give us a week of training? return to run?
Yeah, I can do that. I did 4 by 6 minutes earlier in the week. I walked between them, got to the end of the 6-minute block here, and yeah, I did need this break. There's very different aerobic stress running than cycling, I reckon. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's not aerobic stress, but it's the feeling of fatigue you get in the legs if you haven't run for a while. And this sounds ridiculous considering I used to do like up to 200K a week of running, and I'm jogging 4 by 6 minutes, and I'm feeling like I need a bit of a rest after like a 6-minute interval. It's the drop off has been insane.
Where do you feel it? Like, do you feel it sort of quads, hips, that sort of thing?
Yeah. Kind of everywhere actually. And I did this in the Ultra Lone Peak, which is minimal shoe, 25 mil stack, flexible, zero drop. I just wanted to get the calves going, and I just got insane DOMs from the calves, and it kind of threw me for the rest of the week actually, because it's good and bad. So the good aspect to it is the calf load unloads the knee, which is nice, but then for the rest of the week, my calves are so beat up that I have limited mobility through there, and I'm running like it's like the opposite of using your calves. And so I felt a real difference when I have super tight calves or DOMs in my calf. My ankles get restricted, and then my knees hurt more. So I think although it's good to wear the minimal shoes as you're building up, I probably can only use them maybe once a week or so. So that was 4 by 6, and then I'm running every second day. Went out for a bike ride on the in-between days. So 3 by 8 minutes, and then I did. It doesn't say here. I think I did 2 by 12 minutes this next day. Very slow, and mechanically can't really feel like I want to go quicker or like I could go quicker. It's just not vibing with me right now. Like 5 minutes a K is feeling like the end of my range of my running gait. And I think that'll take a while to come back. Maybe with all the cycling too, it sort of affected that. It sort of tightened muscles up that used to be very much more free when I was running.
It'll come back quicker than you think. I sort of experienced the same thing when I came back from the time off with my heart. And like the first, I reckon like half a dozen runs were ordinary, and then it starts to click again. So like the improvement is like exponential. Like it's tough initially, and then it really improves, takes off.
Once you get to every day as well, like even if it's like 20 minutes, but just the consistency of having your body moving like in sync, like that load going through your legs, I find that's when you just get out of that, I don't know, little DOMs, niggles kind of stage.
Is this the most unfit you've been since we've started the podcast?
By far. Like, it's not even close. And that's with a bit of riding. The riding hasn't done a lot for me. I do some gym, and that's also contributes to this DOMsy like stiffness that I've got, because every probably third day I'm in the gym and I'm just hammering the glutes and the quads. So when I go for my run, I'm kind of sore and a bit junky through those areas. But yeah, I'm carrying a bit extra. The weights have made my legs quite thick. I used to wear mediums in my shorts, and now I'm every medium in my drawer. I'm like, oh God, no, this isn't a good look, especially the half tights. So I'm looking, and I used to just love the splitties. Now I'm trying to hunt through for 7-inch bloody baggy shorts.
And then the extra you've got means that your thighs start rubbing together. You get a bit of chafing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different wardrobe for me, which is unfortunate because I've got to go and get all new shit, and I don't want to do that. So I'm kind of pushing through in the tights still. But yeah, I can see like people come in the store and I show them like these awesome half tights and these splitties, and they're like, "Nah, I don't want that. Just give us like some 7-inch shorts I can go to the gym in and then run in." Or Yeah. So
You think it's an age thing as well? Like
probably a bit.
Disregard Croaks a bit, but I'm also feeling now that I'm like, unless I'm doing workouts, I'm in the longer shorts. Like the recovery runs, it's just like the 7, even the 5-inch.
Yeah, 5's okay.
I'm not putting like 2-inch or 3-inch splitties on anymore, or half tights if I'm just rolling a lap of a Chukamalama.
I used to just put 2 inches on and go for 30 minutes and no shirt. And now I'm like, not a fucking chance am I running with no shirt on right now. I am shirted up, almost more the better right now.
You know when it gets you? Like I've done this before, like smashed a workout, half tights, super sweaty, and then it's like about to go home from my workout and I get a message from Carly that's like, can you just go past the supermarket and pick up some milk? And I'm like, and here I am, like walking through the supermarket in like, you know, my Say Sky or Lululemon half tights. I'm dripping sweat. I've still got the armband, like the Coro's heart rate monitor on. And I'm thinking, this ain't a good look. I could get arrested or something now.
What are your thoughts about coming back from a run and going, oh yeah, the lawn looks like it needs a mow. I'm not going to put shorts on. I'm just going to do it in my half tights.
Half tights.
Oh, maybe the back lawn, Croaks.
Yeah, we got a fence and a hedge. I reckon I could get away with it, but yeah.
No, I was out in the front lawn.
Yeah?
On Friday.
No shirt?
No, I had a shirt on.
Not the purple half tights?
No.
Who's worn them yet?
Yeah, I've worn them a couple of times, but I stick to the bush. I actually like the ribbed.
Oh, you like it ribbed?
Yeah, I like it ribbed. Yeah. That's a correct terminology, isn't it?
It is ribbed.
Yeah. I know there's other things that are also described as ribbed, but this is the correct terminology for the half tights.
What else?
I don't know. I've seen some things at the supermarket in a couple of those aisles when I'm collecting the milk. Let's move on.
I did that. When was it? Yesterday. So that was Sunday. I thought I would test the waters here with getting Pia out of the house. Big TV girl, Pia. Really loves the Netflix, Prime. She can operate this bloody TV way better than I can. It's a bit of a worry, actually. So I thought, let's get Pia out of the house. I've got a 20-minute run planned. I'm running so slow. Let's bring Pia and see if she'll ride with me. Because I remember Lily is the inspiration here.
Yeah.
Remember Lily? What age was Lily going with you?
Same for my household. We got pictures of her up in the kitchen. This is what you're aspiring to be, Hudson and Olivia.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Pia's 4.5. So, and I'm like, I got to go flat, but I also got the dog. So I want to, it's packed down the coast at the moment. So we'll go out the bush, drive out here, and then realize that we're riding uphill for 10 minutes. So had a few stops along the way. And then on the way back, she was good. She rode the whole way. So that was my first continuous run. I say continuous, but we did stop a couple of times.
Gravel tube moves. That's rough on old Pia.
I know. And the bike, you can see how long the cranks are on her bike. They're like so small.
Yeah. Any time I went running with Lily, it was always like flat and generally bike paths. So you could just once you get your momentum up, you don't have to do too much for her to keep rolling.
Yeah, I've thrown her in the deep end there. The only way to get it done is what's happening later today. Lollies or chocolate. It's just such a bribery. Every parent's got these ideals. Oh, we don't bribe our children. Like that's the only way you can live with that girl, bribing her with all sorts of sweet food. So that's it. I don't know what I did for the week. Doesn't probably tell. Oh, maybe it tells me.
You go to continuous this week?
Yeah.
Like 20 minutes continuous?
Yeah. So that was going to be 20 minutes continuous. But what's been great is I've pulled up fine from it. And so I don't have any pain. Through the week, I had like niggly pain. And I think it was from my calves being crazy tight. So I feel good now. And I could have run today. And I'll run tomorrow now, 25 minutes. And then I'll do a back-to-back days this week as well. So I might go like 25 minutes tomorrow, day off. Then I might do up in Canberra on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll be up in Canberra on Thursday. So I might run in Canberra 2 days in a row.
Cool. Progressing nicely. And you start to see those gains now too. Feels like you're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a runner. I'm still getting out on the bike and like passing runners this morning on my ride, and they're like, I pass them and they don't really give me much, and I'm like, I don't want to be a bike rider. Like I want to pass these people as a runner, and feel like I'm part of that community still. And even it's good just to be back running, because I can talk to customers a little bit more enthusiastically when I'm running, and I have a bit more excitement about running, because you do lose it. There's no doubt. If you stop running, you lose the sparkle in your eye or the twinkle about running, and you have a little harder time talking to people that have that spark going. So I've enjoyed being back in store since the runs have ticked over.
Good. Croaks, what have you been doing?
Just ticking off another week, but I'm backing things off as of now for the weekend, or back things off actually on Sunday. But yeah, kicked off Monday, got out for just over 14k at 4:24s, and then jumped on the bike for an hour that afternoon. Tuesday morning, got out for Mulligan's, 35 minutes at 4:24s, and then headed to the track for my session that afternoon. Session was 2400s off 30 seconds recovery, and it was the first time I put on the Puma Fast R3. So I was a little bit concerned as to how, like, obviously 2400s, it's like, fairly longish session, sort of up on your toes a little bit because you're running sort of close to that sort of 5K pace by the end of it. But I love the shoe. Didn't pull up sore from it at all. And I was like really happy with how the session went. So I did a 75 second 400, and then like 3 at 73s, 5 at 72s, 7 at 71s, 3 at 70, and then the last one at 69. And it's probably the first session in a long time where like aerobically felt in control. Like just strong, like I was running these 400s fairly quickly, but I was able to recover in 30 seconds, and I was sort of cruising through the first 200 going, look, I'm probably a little bit fast. I don't have to, like, I can sort of back off this last sort of 200, which, in summer, like I was doing some 69, 70 second 400s off a minute recovery, and I felt like I was not very aerobic. Like I was starting to sort of, feel like I was having to force it, and which obviously is just a sign of that aerobic strength, because I haven't done any real speed work, but 70 second 400s are way more comfortable than they used to be off sort of shorter recovery. So I was really happy with how that sort of came out.
Great workout. You seeing these numbers, Moose? You must have averaged 71 Croaks. And for listeners at home who don't know track stuff, that's like 259, 258k pace.
Yeah, so it was 70, like 71 high was the average, I think. And like heart rate for the whole session was like 164 average. So that's probably close to, like probably average close to like threshold heart rate for that, 32 minutes or whatever it was. But obviously, going a bit above threshold and then recovering and heart rate's coming down. But 164 average for the session.
Is this the easiest way to get 8K worth of quality work? Like you've run 8K worth of work at 259 pace without like murdering yourself?
Yeah, I think so, because you need to be really disciplined early. Like if you set yourself to do 2400s, if you run the reps like a couple of seconds too quick, you just don't recover in 30 seconds. So I feel like you're doing this session really well when you get to like 5 to go and like you're working, but you're like, I'm still recovering in that 30 seconds. But it does teach you discipline, because you can't push it early, otherwise you just ruin the session.
Yeah, it's a great workout.
Wednesday got out for my 90 minutes at 420s, gym that afternoon. Thursday, just the one run, 48 minutes at 429s, and then treadmill session on Friday morning. So I did 4 by 10 minutes off a minute recovery. Did the first rep at 17.5k an hour, the second one at 17.7, then 17.9, and then 18k an hour. And so heart rate for this, just ticked into the like low 160s by the end of the session. That afternoon got out for 35 minutes at 424s. Hour on Saturday, what was that? 4:23s, and then just went for a lap around Yerriby Pond Saturday Arvo. So just under 8K at 4:23s, and then hour 45 yesterday with Jack, Rob, and Chapo. So that was 4:17s for 24.5K. So it was a week of 145, one bike and a gym. But this week will obviously back off a fair bit. I'll probably still do a double tomorrow, but Wednesday will just be like 60 minutes, easy Thursday, easy Friday, race Saturday, and some sort of longish run on Sunday.
Yeah, can't get any fitter between now and Saturday.
Nah, so I'll just do a bit of a tune-up session tomorrow. So I'm just going to do probably like a mile tempo to start with, and then a couple of 1K reps at sort of 10K pace, maybe a couple of 800s a bit quicker, and then some 200s off just 200 jog, just to stop me from going too hard.
How much elevation's in this course, and what have you ran there in the past?
So the 2 years that I won it, I was like 31.10. And then when I went to Sydney 10, I would run just under 30. So it's about a minute from what I would run at Sydney 10.
You said they changed it though?
In the past. No, so this is the course. So they've changed it back to the course that I was doing in 2015 so 2015, I reckon I ran 31 low and then ran 29.48 at Sydney 10.
Yeah, okay. So what's our over-under, Moose? You've listened to his training for the last 12 weeks?
I've got my we'll
go with ours first, and we'll see how close yours
based
is.
on the course that he's running. We've got to keep that in the equation here. I think there'll be some competition for him out there as well, which will be helpful for him. I'm going to say over under 31.30.
I just wrote down 31.45. I think he's in sub 31 shape, but this course is going to – he's just kind of used the example that's going to cost him a minute.
I was thinking if I could run around 32, then that puts me in like 31 minute sort of shape for 10K on a dead flat course. So I'm thinking 32-ish, especially given like I was running really well when I ran 31.10. And
yeah, but you probably weren't as strong. Like you still would have been zippy, but now you've changed your training philosophy.
Yeah, actually, we were chatting about that yesterday on the long run in terms of that's like I feel as strong as I've ever felt. But in terms of if I look back at the type of training that I was doing back then, I could go and roll a 210-800 at the end of training. Whereas now I'm fit. I probably couldn't even race a 210. I'd struggle to run a 210 at 800.
Yeah, but you don't need to be running 210.
No, I know.
Pace.
But that's where my, I guess, physiology has changed a little bit in that like strength is good, but I've just lost some at that top end.
It will give you some good data, kind of like what I got for Run for the Kids, where I was like 310s felt really fast. And it'd be interesting to see if you kind of are relaxing at that 310 pace.
Yeah.
Or if it's because you have done a lot of stuff faster than 310 pace, so it should feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah, it'll just be more about being sensible and like running to the course. So, because there's a couple of decent climbs in it, especially at the turnaround. It's a pretty pinchy hill. And so it's more about just like losing time there, keeping the effort consistent, not spiking the heart rate too much in that period.
Good luck.
Thanks.
We'll see how close we are to our predictions. Check it with Medio pace the day before, get a bit of a weather impact.
If I run 31.30, I'll be absolutely stoked.
Yeah. Means you go to Sydney 10 and break 30.30.
I think I've got my some bicarb coming in the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, get on the bicarb, the Nomeo.
I'll be on the Nomeo. I'm actually going to have a bit of Nomeo for tomorrow's session, and then I'll obviously use it for the race as well.
What do you
Get
mean
some of that tape on him, Moose, the Kipchoge tape on his quads.
Yeah.
Special singlet, cut some holes. Go Galen Rupp style like at the US Olympic trials that year.
Yeah, I could hand him a new hat halfway.
Can you take some photos on course?
Good weather as well, I think. It's going to be like it's probably going to be low teens weather-wise.
What time's your race?
Like 7 or 7:15.
Yeah, I'll get out for that. I'll be there.
Get out there.
Store doesn't open till 10, so for sure.
Yeah, take the e-bike. Is the e-bike up there?
Nah, I don't know how I'll get there. Chris will have his car. We'll
You'll
come
figure it
down
out.
and watch at some point at some
Yeah,
spot.
get on one of those scooters up there, one of those green ones.
No,
They're everywhere
orange.
when I went there.
I think they're orange, aren't they?
Are they orange, are they? I don't know.
Yeah, they are everywhere though. They're good though.
Remember the first time I went to Canberra, I was like, what's with all these scooters?
Yeah, no, it's good to get around like that.
People don't throw them in the lake like they do in Melbourne in the Yarra though, do they, Croaks?
They probably have.
Bit better well behaved in Canberra than Melbourne.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's more respectful up there. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, great part of the world. NordVPN has partnered with the Inside Running podcast to offer you an amazing discount. Head over to nordvpn.com/inside running to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus 4 additional months on top of that. Think of NordVPN as your personal bodyguard for your online activity. It encrypts your internet traffic, shielding your personal information from those prying eyes and online criminals with state-of-the-art encryption. It can help you book flights and hotels for your next race, as well as when you're over there, you can connect to a NordVPN server in your home country and safely enjoy the content as if you never left. Wherever you travel, it's perfect if you want to follow local Aussie sport. With NordVPN, you can access all your streaming services from back home. Don't forget, there is literally no risk with your 30-day money-back guarantee. Give it a try, and if you like it, great. If you don't, they'll issue a full refund, and you can pretend the entire situation never even happened. Check out our link, nordvpn.com/inside running, to get your subscription started today. You can also find the information in the episode description and the link in our social media bio. I'll go through this week, boys. I was coming off run for the kids, so Monday was easy, 45 minutes in the morning, 42 minutes in the afternoon. Tuesday was 18K in the morning. Wednesday was 90 minutes in the morning. And then, after I ran 90 minutes, Hudson rode to school for the first time, and I rode my bike with him and then rode home. And then I figured out he wasn't going that fast of a pace, so I did my double. I ran to school, got him on his bike, and then ran next to him, which was good. Kill 2 birds with one stone. Pick up your kid and you get your second run in. It's good. But it's like we've got 2 options. One way through like the middle of town's like 1.5K shorter, but we've got to cross like 6 different roads, whereas the other way is longer, but you're on a bike track pretty much the whole way, but you've got the hill. And the hill's not easy when you're 6, boys. The New Bridge Hill. He was struggling up there. And because I was running, he had to carry his own backpack home, so I'm like, I'm not going to make you go over the hill. They
don't have the desire to get fitter, kids. So they don't see a hill as like, oh, this is good training or a nice challenge. They look at the hill and go, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Also, like the power to weight ratio of kids, like kids' bikes often weigh a freaking, like compared to how much they actually weigh themselves is huge. You know, like we'll get on a nice road bike and it weighs 7 kilos or something. So as a percentage of your body weight, it's nothing. Whereas the bike probably weighs half of their weight.
Yeah, he's just figured out he can get out of the seat as well, like get up on the pedals. But then I feel for him because then all these e-scooters go flying past, e-bikes go flying past, and he's like, why are we pedaling when we can buy one of these things, Dad? And I'm like, true that. They just hammer past at like 40K an hour, and we're going 5-minute running K pace, which is 12K an hour? Not even that. Yeah, 12K an hour. So they're making us look real slow out there. But it was good. And you got to appreciate these moments when your kids are little, and I'm like, how good's this? I get to run next to my kid riding home from school, and he just had this biggest smile on his face the whole way home, just loving life. Thursday did 18K before school, did a couple of 30-second pickups just in the last 15 minutes. That was good. I intentionally didn't work out until the Friday because I wanted to give myself 4 full days of pretty easy jogging before I was going to work out again. And then after school, I did 30 minutes, pretty easy. And then Friday was my big workout. I did 4x6K with 1.5K float between. Tried to sit at that 322, 323 pace for the 6K reps. Floated in, I think my fastest float was 344. My slowest one was 348. Fell off a bit in the last one, run into a bit of a headwind, and then kind of got back on. It was one of those ones when you start seeing the data and I'm seeing 327s when I've been seeing 322s the whole day. And I'm like, just don't pull out of this workout, suffer. I just want to finish this workout today. I'm losing some time, suffer. And then a K later, I kind of turned and then I realized I had this pretty big, it wasn't that big, but it was I think Medio Pace had it. 4 seconds a K. And I'm like, well, that's why you're suffering. So yeah, it was good. Come out 28 or 28.5 K at 3:26s. Mentally though, just like doing a workout like that by yourself just kills you mentally. Just, yeah. I just went 6K out, 6K back, and then 6K out, 6K back again from my house. But yeah, hard to get up and about for something like that.
It's like that's the Clousey session, isn't it? Pretty much.
Is it?
Yeah,
I just pretty much keep changing this. Like, I'm like, I could do 4x5K. What about 4x6K? Add a bit of an extra float.
I think his was like 4x4 mile with a mile float, which is pretty much what. Like,
yeah, so he'd do 6.4K, wouldn't he?
Would, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It's a good way to get close to 30K. But man, like at the end of this, I'm clocking off my watch. I see 28.5K. Like that's when the hills at Boston start. Like I'm feeling sick a meter away from my house going, okay, now run up 200 meters worth of hills for the next 6K.
Different.
But
you know it's different.
I know it's different. I know. But it does teach you to be like disciplined and respect the course.
So from a heart rate perspective, what was your threshold again?
Yeah, I was working too hard on this.
No, I'm actually wondering.
160. Oh, I should open that email. I think it was 164, 167 for LT 1 and 2.
Well, only three beats between.
Yeah, it was really close, remember?
It's got to be more than 3 beats, surely, from LT1 to LT2.
Nah, I remember it was real close. I'll open it up for you.
3 beats? No. It can't be.
I'll open it up. I'm opening it up now.
You got that done at Ballarat, didn't you?
Got it done in Ballarat.
Yeah.
Let me open this data. Ryan did this one. I think some people can be close together, can't it?
Not 3 beats. Sure.
Oh, that means at any given time, like 3 beats is so...
164, first threshold, 164. Second threshold, 168. 4 beats difference.
There you go.
2.3 millimole at 320 pace / 164 BPM. Second threshold, 3.6 millimole, 310 minute kilometers, 168. Modified V slope, estimation of threshold crossover, 313, 166 beats per minute. Is that
it's very close together?
Yeah, I know. But I was hitting this in this workout though.
Because when you're looking at it, like LT1 is what, like marathon pace, slower than marathon pace, and like an LT2 is often like that sort of what you can hold for like 60 minutes. Like that's a big difference in, yeah. Oh,
I thought that LT1 was around like 2 millimole.
I'm just reading this report, fellas. Yeah, well, it was 2.3. Is that too high? The 0.3.
Oh, no. Well, there's formulas that are used for this stuff. And there's different formulas. So it's not like one exact standard used. There can be different algorithms, I guess, used to determine the slopes and determine inflection points. So it depends on the form. They're all fairly similar, but I always sort of use 2 millimole as that LT1.
Because when I got I got a heap of treadmill reports here from when I did stuff at the AIS, and I'm just trying to look here. So like my heart rate here at one point at 2 millimole was 160, and my 4 millimole was 175. So that's like 15 beats. Yeah,
but is it it one of those things that's like it depends on who you are kind of thing?
Like maybe, and then it was like another one was 13 beats.
I know that this report got sent to our man Dan Nash, fellas.
10 beats.
If there was something off about it, you'd expect he would have found it. Oh, man.
I
ran Run for the Kids last week. That was at 167 average, which is right on that one, very close to 168. But yeah, anyway, back to this workout though, there was some Ks towards the end where I was hitting that LT2 if we're looking at that 168. So probably overcooking it a bit. Easy day Saturday, 35 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon. And then Sunday met up with Archie and his dad Anthony, did 2.5 hours easy, averaged 425s for 34K. Last big week, 169.94. Probably should have done a couple of extra steps out the front of the house on the long run, but doesn't make or break you, does it, that extra 60 metres?
No, but on make
paper.
why did you increase your mileage so much? Like,
Just
thinking
a top up,
thinking that,
Crokes, one last top up.
but do you reckon that 1 week of real high mileage makes a difference?
Not really. I didn't even know it was that high, to be honest, because I was just jogging. I was just doing easy jogging Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then, yeah, it's nice mentally, though, to know I've done 1 week of marathon kind of mileage.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I wouldn't do that, obviously, this week because I think I'm too close to it now. So that was good. Good to see Archie and Anthony. Nice morning in Chukamoama. Let's thank some Patreon supporters, eh? Want to kick things off, Crokes?
All right. I've got Evander Jakulam. This is impressive stuff here from Evander. So his Strava's locked down, but his bio says he's from Hamburg, London, Dusseldorf, and is a sit and kick specialist. He's run 16:45 at the Albert Park Run and 2:38 at the 2024 Hanover Marathon, which was his debut. He's a professional musician. Found some bio stuff here. He's a French-born oboist, enjoys a varied and highly successful career as both a soloist and chamber musician, featuring frequently as a guest with some of Europe's finest orchestras and ensembles. He also performed in Bendigo back in 2024. And I looked him up, and there's like heaps of like videos of him just out in front of a like symphony orchestra and just
like he's
playing.
famous?
Yeah, well,
he's famous in the industry.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've just opened his Instagram now.
Can run a ride as well.
Yeah. Thank you for your support.
What did he do in Bendigo?
He performed there. They must have had some orchestra playing Brady.
Yeah, not the kind of circles I mix in, Crokes, to be able to give you any more information about that. But Bendigo does have a strong arts culture theme vibe down there. Yeah. Cool. Moose, who are you thinking?
Bernard Grijsel from South Africa, or Griesel. What do your boys reckon? Someone's copying and pasting it, but I just want to hear your opinion on it.
No,
Okay,
I'm copying and
Griesel.
pasting. I think I know this guy. I'm just putting his name into my email address.
Griesel?
Griesel. Strava's locked down again. Why is so many people locking their Strava down?
Yeah, privacy.
Privacy, yeah. Trying to get days off work. Trying to run when they're supposed to be sick kind of thing.
Working from home kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy Buchanan coaches Brian. Bernard, sorry.
Well, he finished 28th in the 2015 Ultra Trail Cape Town 64K race. I can't imagine that's easy. Guessing you're going up that big, what is it, Table Mountain?
Yeah.
Ran 2:56 at the 2019 Cape Peninsula Marathon and possibly 2:32 at the 2022 Chicago Marathon. Based on his Strava profile pic, he's also ran Boston, and we're pretty sure he's portfolio manager at Stein Capital Management, Global Emerging and Frontier Markets. He's in finance. Big
Be busy,
finance
wouldn't
guy.
he, at the moment? A bit happening in the finance market world.
No idea. You tell us. You're the one who knows it all.
It'd be a bit happening, I think. I'm starting to get a bit on edge about this American trip. Didn't Trumpy come out this morning saying there's 24 hours to go? He's blowing up everything.
He's going to release hell on them or something.
I don't know what I read now if it's true either. And I'm just like, geez.
It's hard to know with him sometimes.
Yeah. It just comes out, oh, sorry, I was hacked. Or like, he seems to,
It's well, let's not go political here, fellas.
Anyway, political stuff affects the markets. And that's what Bernard's doing. He's managing a portfolio, capital management fund, global emerging and frontier markets. Thank you, Bernard, for your support.
Zaka knows him?
Zaka's all over this stuff.
Zaka probably knows him.
He's big in the finance world. I'm going to thank Lachlan Bellini. We thanked his brother, Liam, on episode 436, just 4 episodes ago. Pretty sure they're brothers. He has ran 17:57 at the Manipi Park Run, 37:48 at the recent T100 10K. I did hear that was a bit short though, Crokes, I reckon. Typical triathlon. It was a triathlon, wasn't it? But they had a run race.
So the day before they had the pro women T100 triathlon, and then the day after they had a 10K fun run, and they also had, I guess, the age group sort of events, triathlon.
A triathlete, like some legit guy ran 28 something though, didn't he?
Yeah. But I did see, because Louis McAfee ran it as well, and I saw there was like 29.9, and I was very, 9.9 something, and I was very close to writing, this must have been organised by a triathlon mob, but I didn't.
You could have written, this must have been organised by the ASIC speed race, same mob. That's just what people say. I've never had an opinion on that race, but that also came in at 9.96.
We got records coming out of that race, mate.
I know. It must have been legit. The Japanese know how to measure a course.
That's just
the gag. I'm just repeating the gag. It's not my material. He's ran 82 minutes at last year's Gold Coast Half Marathon, 2:58 at last year's Ballarat Half, which was a 20-minute PB. Yeah, so he might have had a shocker in his one before that, because 2:58 stacks up pretty well with everything else he's done. He's like you and I, Croaks, a Chalky, a primary school teacher at John Paul College. How many weeks can Croaks not teach for Moose before he starts getting lumped in the same, the same bundle as me and my fellow Chalkies?
How about you full time?
Part time.
Yeah, I don't know.
0.4.
The 0.4. What's that? 4 days a week?
0.4 is 2 days a week. You get 0.2 for every day you work.
Oh, okay.
It adds up to 1.0.
So you only work 2 days a week?
I work Thursday, Fridays.
And Croaks doesn't work any days a week?
Last week I went in on Monday, though, for my first aid course. Just volunteered a couple of hours to do my update.
You get paid for it?
No, not
Unpaid.
paid.
Unpaid? Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
I had a thing the other day, actually. It was like the kids that... We went to the local fair, and they call it a fair, but, it's like the school puts something on. And
like the school fete.
Yeah, the fete.
Oh,
fete.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All these little kids pushing in, no manners. I'm like, what the fuck are these teachers doing? Why are the teachers not teaching them? This should be taught in schools, manners. And
how long you got, Moose? We could speak about this for about 2 hours, but that's half the problem. It's like teachers don't have that much power over kids anymore.
Yeah,
there's not much you can do.
What happens in the home is going to impact way more than what impact you can have at school.
Yeah, I know, but it was at a school fete, and I'm like, where are the teachers here?
You can't tell the kids what you really think of them, Moose. Otherwise, you'll be marched up to the principal's office.
Isn't that
this
sad?
hasn't happened at my current school, but I've worked at a school before where you're trying to you've had a parent-teacher interview, you're trying to hey, we'd love if he improves his behaviour, talks with a bit more respect, and then the kid will just start letting loose on the parent, just giving her an earful. And then they're just going back and forth. And you're like, oh, this kid's 10. This is learned behavior. This is why he talks to me like this. I even say it when people say to me in town, they're like, which school should we send my kids to? I'm like, as long as you're coming from a good home and you've got good home life, that's the most important thing. Yeah, I think the parents are more to blame for school fake behavior.
I think they are too.
Than the classroom teacher.
I think they are too. But I remember if I would pull that shit at school, you'd be in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Teachers would not stand for that one bit.
No. Let's move on. Different generation, though. Different generation.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Different generation of parenting. Yeah.
Primary school teacher too.
Let's go. Patreon. Big week for Patreon coming up. We've got the UK monthly happening. We've got the Road to Somewhere happening. I'm going to start, boys, as well, putting together. We got the songs. The songs have been voted for. So for Patreon, I'm going to do a countdown show. Going to go from 30 to 20 this week. Include the songs and a little bio about each song, just a 10-second little introduction to it.
What, as a podcast?
Yeah.
Just put the songs.
I'm going to count it down 30 to 20 this week. So you'll hear 10 songs and I'll be like, number 30, this band, this song's from 1927. They become famous, yada, yada. Just do a little 10 or 15-second description and then play the actual song, because I don't think we can get away with that on the main pipe, but on the paywall pipe, we should be okay with it, because we don't have licensing rights to actually play those other songs.
I'm just waiting for the big playlist to come in so then I can update, and that's what I'll listen to.
Do you know how big it is?
No.
There were something like 3,000. I'll tell you the correct number.
What?
I think too big. I know it's too big, but it shows how many, the vast number of different songs that were voted for. Just loading now. But yeah, there were 3,021 different songs voted for.
No, give me a top 100.
Yeah, well, I'm just doing top 30 in this little project, but I'll be able to pull out maybe the top 200.
Can you also tell me how many votes the number one song got versus the number two song?
It got, I'll tell you in a percentage share, it got 0.8% more.
Ooh.
0.8%.
That's close.
That's very close. Yeah.
And what percent did the top one get overall?
No, so that's the thing. It only got 2.45% of the vote.
Yeah, okay.
Because there's so many songs. Yeah. But because there's this whole stack of songs in there, it just got like one vote.
That's still pretty high though, I suppose, when you think about how many have been selected that, you still got two, like that top one still was like 2% or whatever.
Yeah. There's some like random songs that just had one vote, which you look at everyone's top 10 that we submitted and put on our socials. There's heaps of songs there that like you would have been the only one that voted for BMX Bandit's theme song. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing with music. It's so personal, and like those songs have like a personal like memory attached to them.
Yeah.
Like for BMX Bandits, for example, like this song used to always be played at the end of the movie where they've just got their new like BMX track and they're like competing and they're like, obviously winning trophies and stuff like that. And after like, watching this as a kid, you're like, I just want to get outside and exercise and race. And so it's sort of like always brings back that sort of memory for me.
And that's okay. Like people were commenting going, oh, you haven't included this song. It's like, yeah, vote. You get your own votes. This isn't a summary here. Like there was one vote for Dancing in the Moonlight by Top Loader. Like good song, but I don't know who's putting that in their top 10. But yeah, there's some Dragula by Rob Zombie only got one. Anyway, so keep an eye out for that, Patreon supporters. Heaps of content coming at you this week. Runner News. This week's Runner News segment is proudly brought to you by Precision Fuel and Hydration. What do you got, Croaks? Yeah,
so over in France, in Lille, I think it is, there's like Urban Traile de Lille, and there was like a 5K and 10K road race, like super quick courses, and also the atmosphere. That was the thing that struck me watching the clip on Instagram, was the last 400 or 500 meters was just absolutely packed. It was almost like those scenes when the peloton's going through the Alps and the crowd's like really, really close. So in the men's 5K, Jimmy Gressier got the win there, 12:51. So it broke his own European record. It was only 2 seconds off the world record and puts him at equal number 3 all time. Adisu Yuhani was second in 12:54 and Jan Shrub was third in 12:56. In the women's, Marta Elameo, who is only 17, she won in 14:15, which is number 3 all time and an under 20 world best. Howie Abira was second, 14:22, and Yenanesh Shimket was third in 14:24. Do you guys see the footage?
Yeah, it looked amazing, didn't it?
Oh, it was so good. Yeah. But Jimmy's obviously in good shape. Haven't seen much of him, have we, since World Champs?
He had a shocker at World Cross Country, didn't he?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Pretty sure he did, yeah.
So that was the 5K. What about that 17-year-old? 14:15. In the women's 10K, Agnes Ngedic got the win, 28:58. So I think that was her. So she's the world record holder on the road. That was her second fastest time ever, and that was the third fastest time of all time. Chow Tu Dida was second, 30:02. Harut Mashisha was third, 30:05. Batacleti finished fourth in 30:08, which was 1 second off the European record. In the men's 10K, Kiri Bajiga won, 26:51. Laban Kosgei was second, 26:59. And Cornelius Knorr was third in 27:06.
Good. Yeah, there wasn't much happening, but it was good to see some footage of that coming through. I'd never heard about it before.
I've never heard of this race either. And just like, it's just so spoilt for choice over there in terms of road races. Like, here we are talking about me running in Canberra this weekend, and it's like, oh yeah, it's probably worth a minute from a flat course. And then, we're comparing it to Sydney 10, and like Sydney 10's good, but it's not Valencia, it's not Barcelona, it's not Berlin. Like we just don't have. And that, I reckon that's one challenge for Australia, is to find a place where the weather is good and it's flat, because that's what Australia is really missing. Some of these really flat, fast road races.
Yeah, like Brady's area, but you got to make it accessible for people, because that's a long way to go.
Yeah, you've also got to have the infrastructure. Like, you want to put on good events where they're going to close major roads and stuff.
Yeah. Like, where's this, in Paris or something?
Lille?
I don't even know where that is. But there's probably, 500,000 people live in Lille?
Why is it called Urban Trail?
Maybe it was part of maybe it was part of another event. I don't know.
Okay.
Lille, let's have a look. See.
City in France.
Population. Oh.
Looks big. It's big. It's a famous city. Yeah. How far from Paris is it? Yeah. Don't know. Anyway, move on. Moose. Vic Milers Club. Vic Milers Club. Your favourite.
238,000 in 2023, it says.
That's a lot of people.
Double Bendigo.
Yeah. Bigger than, I don't know if it's bigger than Geelong. About the same as Geelong, maybe. Vic Milers, yep. Didn't catch this. Been off my Vic Milers lately. Just a bit too much going on here. So 1,500 metres, Tiarnan Crorken won in, sounds Irish, Tiarnan Crorken.
He's from the UK, isn't he, Brady?
Yeah, we said his name a bit. He raced at maybe Zadipek, first time we seen him. He was at Murray Plant the other week.
He was one of the guys that fell at
real
Murray
tall,
Plant.
Real tall.
Well, he won this meet, ran 3:44.56. Oh, beat Evander Scott, Geelong fella, 3:44.58. And then Thomas Moorcroft, 3:44.61. This would have been a good run to watch.
Good finish, wouldn't it?
Yeah, missed that. Even good in the women's too. Madison King ran 4:21.45 to beat Mia Jade Gray, 4:21.58, and Stephanie Kelly third, 4:23. In the 800, our world indoor rep, Bob Abdelrahman, ran 1:46. He races a lot, doesn't he, Bob?
Mm-hmm.
Beat Alex Hannigan 1:47 and Tom Forster 1:48. And then in the ladies, Katrina Bissett back in action. She smashed him 2:03. When was the last time we saw Kat Bissett running?
Didn't she start training with Keely Hodgkinson, Georgia Hunter Bell's training group?
Yeah, I think she still is. I'm not sure. She may have raced overseas recently as like her first race back.
Okay.
I'll try and find that out.
Well, she won by 3 seconds over Caitlin McQuilkin Bell, 2:06, and then Ruby Madden also 2:06 for third. So good to see. That's a pretty. The firepower at the front of the 800s is pretty strong there. With
That'd be the last meet of the year too. Have a final.
Yeah, it is pretty late in the year for this. We're in April now.
She's run a couple of times indoors. So she ran in Glasgow on the 1st of March. She ran a 2:02.4, and then she ran a 400 at the high velocity meet in Melbourne in 55.3, 29th of March.
Okay.
She's still like full-time athlete, like still sponsored by Nike and stuff?
I think so. She's on the start list for Nationals this weekend.
Okay. Keep a watch on that. Previous Australian record holder over the 8?
Yeah, she was the Australian record holder. Yep.
She was the first one to break 2 in ages. Who's got it at the moment, the 8?
Jess Hull.
Jess Hull, yeah, world champs final. Did she take it off Kat Bissett, or did Abby Caldwell or someone else get it for a while then?
Didn't Claudia have it?
Claudia, yeah, I don't know. It's changed hands a couple of times. But Kat Bissett was the one that had the big breakthrough. Like, she went sub 2 for the first time in years. Yeah. That was the run news. Thanks to Precision Fuel and Hydration. Chances are you're gearing up for a race yourself, but how dialed in is your race day nutrition? Precision Fuel and Hydration makes it simple with a free online planner. Head to their website, precisionhydration.com, and work out your numbers today. Other news, fellas, whispers, Conor Mantz out of Boston. That's sad. Biggest American marathon in name. Got injured, kind of like mirrored a bit of the Andy story in a way. Got injured, was trying to rush back, had to withdraw from the next goal. like Andy kind of tried that with Valencia, didn't get back in time. I don't know if he's re-injured. Have you seen anything published, Croaks? Because I think
The
he's
only
gone
thing I saw
quiet on
published with
Strava.
he's about to become a dad.
Is he?
Yeah, his wife's pregnant.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
He'd been training a fair bit. I thought he was doing some solid runs on Strava.
He was, but he hasn't done anything since March 11th.
Yep.
So, yeah. And he was doing like this, the second last run he uploaded to Strava was 30K at 3:53s, 4x3 mile in the middle there, faster than marathon pace.
Is that one of the problems though, like moving forward for like Connor, like because the way that they train, like I feel like they're always like pushing it to the max. And you go over that edge and, you know, because the same happened with his training partner. He got injured as well.
Yeah, Clayton.
Recently.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to rush back as well for Boston. He's in the Boston field. He started a new YouTube like series with Brooks. New video's just out recently. I haven't watched it yet. But geez, he kicked things up quick here. Like you look at his training, he ran like 7K. And then the next, I don't know if he's putting everything on here, but the next week was 40K. And then he went 87K, probably hovered around for the next 3 weeks. He hovered around 130 and then he jumped from 130. So this is in like the 6 week back to 183 and then hardly anything after that.
Sounds like your last week.
No, it's not, Crooks. How many weeks have I done? I've done about 15 weeks of like 120 to 140 and I did just a little pop up at the end there.
But I guess this is what, like last time we had Mona on talking about, you know, the way people train now. And like, I remember him saying something about, you know, is it sustainable? You know, like can Conor Mantz train this way for the next 10 years?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. So that's him, Chriso and Ned Brockman all out of Boston. Not good. 3 of the biggest names on the start list. Brockman's out too. Yeah,
Why?
He's refocusing onto saw his YouTube today. Launceston and half.
Oh,
the Olympics. Launceston and half. Moose, tell me more about the other talking point I had. I mentioned it before. I'm seeing heaps of Instagram reels, and the minute I choose one to send through to you, I keep getting them in my algorithm. Cheap Chinese shoes. And like with the narrative that we're getting swindled over here in Australia, paying like $300-400 for a pair of shoes when you can just go to these websites and get them from China for like $100.
Well, you're seeing a lot of this Chinese content because that's what's hype in the runfluencer space right now. And what happens, and it's the same with every industry. Whatever the hot topic is, all the influencers will make videos on it to try to get more clicks and attention because that's what's popping up in algorithms like yours. So of course they're going to focus on that. There are some legitimate actual shoe reviewers, shoe content people that have been looking at these shoes for a long time, and they've been following the development and the growth of these brands. But China's like a different world over there. So they've got brands that you've never heard of before that are bigger than some of the US brands that you have heard of. We've just never heard of them because they just sell in-house, in country, and they've never really sort of wanted to grow outside. They've got access to good materials. Obviously, they make a lot of shoes there for other brands. Those material, like those factories, have technology there to produce good product. They seem to be very focused on performance shoes. So whether it's race day shoes or lightweight trainers or super joggers, which not every, like when you look at the actual running industry and who wears those, it's a fairly small percentage compared to what most people need for their footwear. They come into our store. Like there's not, we do set like the training, the performance trainer market's getting bigger and bigger, but the bread and butter shoes, it doesn't seem like the Chinese market's really too interested in providing that, servicing that customer. The pricing over here is very competitive to the rest of the world. Like we get people come into our store all the time from overseas with their phone up. We're trying to work out the conversion for what this would cost in their own country. And they are shocked at how cheap it is here. like compared to Europe, compared to the US, New Zealand, we do really well with pricing. One of the cheapest places in the world to buy shoes, even Asia, like we come out on top. So Australians are definitely not getting swindled. There's also this other element where like a distributor, like let's just say ASICS, right? ASICS Oceania, they're set up distribution over here to supply the Australian market. They're a company here, so they have to abide by policy, so taxation rules, paying minimum wages, looking after their staff. You'll find that they contribute to the community quite well. Like ASICS sponsors a lot of races, a lot of athletes. These Chinese companies have never come over here and distributed. So they're selling through these websites to avoid any type of tax on their product. And I think that's why they're not too interested in setting up, because it introduces, like, they're not going to be able to sell their shoes for that price if they set up legitimately in Australia.
Okay. And it seems like these ways to access them, like you need to have certain apps or webs. Like it's becoming easier than it was maybe 6 months ago or 12 months ago, but it's still like you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, and
to get them.
I'm just like, I'm not, to be honest, I'm not. There's so many good shoes out there from the brands that supply the country that I'm not. I just don't have the energy to chase them. I've been contacted by a couple of brands and from China, like they've shown interest in getting opinions, but no one's ever committed to it or like sent product or anything. Yeah, I'm just not sure that they're that interested in setting up this proper distribution channel. And they're probably cheaper because they're making them in. Yeah, I'm guessing that they probably, like, they don't have that whole chain of distribution to worry about. That's why they're
coming straight out.
Yeah.
It was because I've been seeing all the influencer kind of stuff, all the the Instagram stuff, and then I was listening to like Dan Nash's podcast today, and they had Callum Hawkins on, and he was saying how he's not with New Balance anymore, and he's been trying them all out, like and how cheap they are, and now he can try all these different shoes, and he had some injury, so he was doing all his running in like maybe the Kip Run like performance shoe, and I was like, oh, this is the first, and obviously Jimmy Gressier, his Kip Run too, isn't he? One of those trying to see that brand, yeah. So I'm like, oh, this is the first time I've heard you guys kind of, all those top end kind of pros who can do what they want. Well, he's not a pro, I guess. He can choose whatever shoes he wants. And he's been playing around with them. You
could go and give Cam Myers a pair of shoes from Kip Run, and he would be a sensational runner still.
Mm.
It's not the shoes that are making these people good runners. And I mean, if you want to go down that path, like I can't imagine the return policy is great buying a shoe through these bloody third-party shipping facilitators or whatever it is, trying to return that thing if it doesn't fit you. So I imagine there's a bit of a risk with that. But again, I haven't done it, so I don't fully know.
Yeah. Where do you think, like, looking at your crystal ball, shoe industry, like 12 to 18 months, you think this is going to be a big competitor for you? People going direct.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, Chinese streams.
Yeah, keeping an eye on it. I don't think in order to set up a chain of distribution like that can actually supply a country is a lot harder in numbers that would be competitive, would take a long time. So 12 to 18 months, not long enough. But and also that no one's got trust in these brands over here. So the amount of brand credibility that the brands here have, you'd be shocked at how much sway that has on a shop floor. So if I let's say I bring out a shoe from Ultra, and Ultra is relatively new brand in the scheme of things, and I've put that on and it fits perfect, and someone absolutely adores the feel of it, but then they've got a shoe on next to them from ASICS, and they're looking down going, what the hell is Ultra? Do I trust this? I'm about to drop $250, $300 on this. I know ASICS, it feels safe to me. if I bring 5 Chinese brands out, these people never heard of them before. They're going, I don't know about this. Like, are you sure about these brands? Like, where have they been? Oh, they're new. They're from China. Oh, okay. Well, I had an ASICS shoe 10 years ago and I liked it. So I think I'm just going to stick with ASICS this time.
But I even reckon, Brady, like I'm not sure whether you've said it on air, but definitely off air. It's like you've put on a pair of race shoes before from a particular brand and you're like, this shoe feels absolutely amazing. Like I would race in it, except I don't know anybody else that races in this shoe.
No, that was the Mizuno Zebra. Remember? I was doing heaps of stuff and that. I'm like, I was loving smashing workouts out, but I'm like, I've never seen anyone run under 220 in this shoe before. So the placebo, I was like, yeah, like if Conor Mance was wearing it at Chicago and running 203, I'm like, I'm in it for sure. But I was like, oh, the Nike tick, that brand loyalty, like it's the credibility that the brands have built up over years.
Mm. Yeah.
No, I just thought it was interesting because, as I said, it was popping up in my feed, and then when I heard those boys talking about it today, I'm like, oh, they're talking about it as well. And then I'm like, if the world does go to shit and petrol's $4 a litre and we've got no money, and you can go on an app and get $100 pair of shoes from China, like,
but the problem is nobody, like, unless you've been over there and you've tried the shoes on, you don't even know what they're going to feel like. So you're taking a massive, like, yes, they're cheap, but you're still taking a massive risk of buying a shoe that you don't even know how it's going to feel. Whereas like all the other brands here, like, as much as Moose hates it, like people might come into his shop and try on a particular shoe and they go, oh yeah, I like that one. And then they'll go and buy it somewhere else. But they know what they're going to get when they buy it because they've tried it on.
Or they buy it from me, Crooks.
Or they buy it from you.
Hopefully they buy it from Moose.
That's an option, you know.
No, I was just saying.
In their head, Crooks.
Yeah. No, we've had plenty of rants on that topic.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, last bit of news. My boy Knitter had a big day over in Stall today, boys. Not sure if you realised, but Knitter's nephew Aaron Nitsky won the Herb Hedemann Invitation Mile. This race you can't enter. You need an invitation to get into. Knitter's coached his nephew since he was born, I think, and he got the W off 15 metres. He was one of the backmarkers, boys, caught them all, ran away with it, got the win. There's this beautiful video of their Knitter being there to embrace him at the finish line. Oh, I know you guys don't like pro running too much, but, we got Shikari got across the line today in one of the biggest sporting things I've ever seen on Australian sport TV. And then we had Knitter on the stream as well.
65 minutes in, Moose, I thought we had dodged the Stall bullet.
Muted our chat today.
Yeah.
I was thinking, should we do like a minute silence for like just remembering some of the victims in the 2012 Herb Hedemann Mile? Put a bit of pause music in. This is going to roll straight into Moose on the loose.
What I did enjoy though today was seeing, I enjoyed that because it wasn't a 14-year-old winning. Like it was a legitimate athlete winning.
Brady Masters did win last year off the back.
But the amount of times now I'm just going for I just don't want the kid to win because it's like I heard somebody say today on the telecast, oh, this person's improved her 100-meter PB by like a massive amount this year. It's like, well, of course, she's like 14. Like, so how can you handicap somebody who's improving at such a quick rate?
Yeah.
So they're at an advantage.
Hey, as we're talking too, I think our man Knitter, he just sent me a message. I think he's just finished racing too, and he might have come second in the 2 mile. I'm hoping,
So did he run a mile? How far did he run?
He said he pulled a bloke around for most of the race and got out kicked. I'm trying to find the results live on air as we're talking, but Knitter maybe had a big day at Stall for the Nitskis.
You mean he was handicapped generously this year?
Second, yeah.
Forget performance. He was handicapped to a position where he could come second this year.
Nathan Breen bet him. Andrew Sate. He would used to be from Shepparton.
You remember? You know those guys?
I don't know Nathan Breen, but I know Andrew Sate. Yeah.
So this
Hanrahan, your boy from Geelong, 5th.
Yep. So Hannah's would probably come like in a miles meet. He'd come like 20th, right, in the first division. Maybe he'd come in 15th in a milers, but yet here we are talking about him winning 2 miles down there.
They come 3rd, 5th.
Yeah. So, like this Shikari, who'd she beat? Do you know the other girls in that race? Can you name any of them?
No, but in saying that, I probably couldn't name 3 Australian female sprinters.
Yeah, you could.
Melissa Breen, does she still sprint?
No.
Bree Masters, she was commentating, so she obviously wasn't there. I could name her. They had Kathy there. Kathy, they interviewed her before the women's 400.
So you guys heard of Oliver Lurie?
Yeah, he's from Geelong.
Yeah, so poor Oliver starts off scratch.
Was he?
Well, it says here 0. Yeah, it says 0. What's he run, Moose? He'd be like
an 8:35 guy.
Yeah, okay. Well, it says here his handicap was 0. Nitter was off 155, and Nitter beat him by
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Good work, Nitter. Jeez, he would have been shattered. He missed that sash though. Coming second at Stalls hard. But anyway, that's my segment for the week. Moose, what do you got? Moose on the loose?
Oh, you've kind of covered me off here. What about?
You're pretty fired up before we started recording, Moose, about the end of your day.
Oh,
what happened at the end of the day? I was trying to find my headphones. I missed this.
We had to stay open a bit longer on a public holiday. So for someone to come and try a few shoes on, paying $73 an hour. $73 an hour to my staff today. And
tell me they bought some shoes.
So you know how I said I'm going to be late, someone's still in the store?
Yeah.
So didn't buy the shoes. Come in, stayed around an extra half an hour basically in the store. Didn't buy the shoes. I've just paid an extra half hour wage. So that's $33.20 for that. No, higher because it'd be about that, $33.20 for half an hour.
And what was their reasoning, Moose? They said,
"Come back tomorrow, mate. Come back tomorrow."
No, I don't want to keep you.
I don't want to keep you
even though you've already kept you.
And I'm like, oh my God, I could be with it's like a public holiday. I could be with my family right now. I could be, but you'll come back tomorrow, which is 1% chance of that happening. Yeah. Well, it's, that's just retail. I'm just whinging about retail in general. That's just what happens. But what about these surcharges, boys? You got to get a pie at the shop today. It's an extra fucking 15% on that. Use my card. It's an extra 1.5%. So I'm paying public holiday wages, card wages. Bloody shoe stores can't do this, can we? I've done this before. I've had this same rant.
I've had this before. Aren't they? Don't they have to take off the surcharges on the cards now? You can't charge extra.
No, it's coming in.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. Bloody brilliant.
But they'll just add it to the price of the product.
Yeah, they will. Do you know the worst is when, because I carry cash. I'm a cash man. I'm going to keep the money off the banks. And so I go and pay with cash and they go, no, we don't do cash, sorry. I'm like, but you said you got a surcharge on your card. Yeah, we do. So how do I avoid paying a surcharge here?
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. That's just.
So the people that deal in cash will be the ones that will get screwed because previously they wouldn't have to pay the charge, whereas people that use their card, it's not going to be any different to them because they'll just pay a little bit more for the actual product.
100%.
Whereas the person who's dealing with cash, they'll have to pay more for the product.
We're hitting some economic areas tonight, boys.
Oh, this is bad. This is just I can't stand it. I can't stand these surcharges. It's part of business. If you don't want to open public holiday, like today, I'll wear that. I'll wear the cost of that. That's my risk opening today. But I don't just charge people for it.
Macca's didn't have a surcharge, did they? I went there yesterday after my run.
I don't reckon they would.
Medium frozen Coke, medium thick shake, $11.50. I'm like, what? That's not the going rate, is it?
You're not hitting the quality. What do you mean?
The supermarket was shut. I'm like, I'm going to have to go to Macca's. Like, I had the kids with me. I'm like, you guys never play on the playground. I just sat at the front of the playground just knocking down a frozen Coke and a medium thick shake.
So you took them to Macca's but didn't buy them anything?
Well, they'd already had 35 Easter eggs that morning. So I'm like, just, one of those double-story playground things. They had a ball in there. I was just checking Strava. How good's 3 weeks out from Ballarat Marathon? Everyone just smacking workouts.
Yeah.
Some excited athletes out there putting the last big
piece. Surf Go see you going all right.
Couple of people probably racing doing their race yesterday instead of 3 weeks' time. Hopefully not. But yeah, all right, Cracks. Listen to question.
All right. This episode's list of questions is proudly brought to you by Precision Fuel and Hydration. It comes from Ian Erb. The question is there any downside in terms of long-term performance to doing as much training as you can reasonably bounce back from? For someone whose volume and intensity is relatively high for my race performances, I wonder sometimes if I've emptied the quiver too early and should have progressed slower.
It's a good question. It's a good question.
Some people are just super resilient.
So the hypothetical is here. Would you like 15 years of just slowly climbing the performance staircase, or knock it all over in 5 and be out of the sport? Is that kind of what he means?
Well, yeah, I'm looking at it more from the height. Like, you're basically doing as much running as you possibly can
to get up that staircase.
And I feel like maybe you do lose some in the development stage of running. And obviously it probably depends on what age you are as well. Like, if I look back at my own running, and I think because I originally, like, at the end of high school, did a half Ironman triathlon, thought I was going to, like, you know, that typical, it's like, oh, the longer the event, the more challenging, the better you feel about yourself. And then it wasn't until I was like first or second year uni that I found a coach who then said, no, like, you should run some 8s and 15s. And I spent so much time developing that aspect of my running. And I have no doubt that then translated into me becoming a better 5K, 10K marathoner than if I had just stayed doing high volume stuff from my early 20s. Like, I guess I'll never know, but I definitely feel like having that bit of speed development there in my earlier years and not running huge mileage gave me somewhere to go.
Yeah. So you're saying that running the huge mileage while concentrating on the speed stuff would have been detrimental to the speed stuff development?
Yeah, and I think I would break down as well, trying to run mileage while doing the speed. Like, I was doing really high intensity sessions, but my mileage was probably only 70 or 80K a week.
Yeah.
And yeah, I struggled at that time over 5K, or probably anything longer than 3K, I struggled. But when I actually then did move up, I was able to have that speed reserve to run pretty well over 3K, 5K.
Is that, when you just look at, I'm just looking at Ian Strava here, he runs really consistently like 75, 80Ks a week. Is that when you'd say, hey, is this guy better running 60K a week and underdoing it, but playing the long game than maxing out at, there's some 90K weeks in here as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, just dialing things back a bit. The Marius stuff, Croaks.
Depends what he's feeling like. Depends what his life's like. What's his energy level like? Like, is he finishing these 90K weeks butchered, or is he feeling like he wants to do more? At some point, like, the accumulation of these weeks over the matter of years will get him fitter, even if he's not increasing how much he's doing. So he can go from 0K to 100K in 6 months or whatever. And then if that's his threshold of volume or mileage or training, then he'll still get improvement sitting at that. Like, he doesn't need to increase off that to get improvement. We know running is just accumulation of good training.
Yeah, I think it depends on, I'm with you as well. Like, I always had that philosophy, like, try to fit in as much jogging as you can before, like, getting tired, injured, or it takes over your life. You can't do other stuff in your life. And that's a good spot to sit. Here's a part of the Inside Running Podcast Strava group, fellas. Did you see we got the certified tick?
Yeah, we've had that for a while, I think. You love bringing up certified ticks on Strava, don't you?
That's 2 of us now, man. The group both got them. He's also in the Norwegian singles approach. Do you reckon there's beef with the Norwegian single stuff, Croaks? Do you reckon that's why they're all bringing out books and stuff? Like, who actually owns that method and is making money off it? Because that guy's also got a book. Do you know that?
Oh, the singles guy.
Yeah, Norwegian singles guy wrote a book, and he's got real popular. So is that why Marius has now wrote a book, and that's why Gert's in our Instagram DMs for having Marius on, saying it's his model.
Did you see as well on social media that Almgren has just released a book as well?
He's writing a book about it too.
But it's released, but it's in Swedish.
Yeah, but that's not about double threshold, is it? What's it about?
I don't know.
Yeah, can't read Swedish. Anyway, got off track. Not sure if we answered your question, Ian, but thanks for writing in and thanks for being a listener of the podcast. And thanks to Precision Fuel and Hydration. Visit precisionhydration.com and use the code IRP2026 for 15% off your first order. National Champs is coming up, fellas. Quick little preview. Pretty deep. 1,500 metre heats Thursday, final Friday, which means the men and the women can then do the 5K final on Saturday. Good they don't have heats of that, isn't there?
Yeah, so the men's 5K is on the Saturday, the women's is on the Sunday.
Sorry, women's Sunday. So they get the extra day between. The 800 metre heats are on Saturday and the final Sunday.
You see, Jess Hull is entered in all three of those.
Yeah.
So if she did all three, she would run heats of the 15 on the Thursday, final on the Friday, and then on Saturday she would have heats of the 800 plus a 5K final, and then on the Sunday she'd have the
final of the 800.
The final of the 800 and the final of the 5K. So Saturday. Saturday she'd just have the heats of the. 800.
So there are heats in the 5K.
No, sorry. So she'll have 15 Thursday, 15 Friday, and then on Saturday she'd have the heats of the 800, and then on Sunday she'd have the final of the 5K and the final of the 800.
The American boys are back. Ollie Hoare, Morgan McDonald, Cam Myers is there in the 5K and the 1500.
15. So Lauren Ryan's also entered.
Yeah.
In the 5K or the 15?
The 5, I think. She might be entered in the 15 as well.
I'll search her name as we go. It's a pretty good system, this thing. You can search Lauren Ryan's in the 15 and the 5K. Cam Myers is doing the double. Jess Hull's doing the triple.
What's Lyndon Hall?
Lyndon Hall was definitely in the 15. I'll check if she's in the 5K as well. Lyndon Hall, 15 and 5K.
Claudia?
Yeah, she's be
in the 15.
Let me look here. She is in the 8 and the 15.
What about Abby Caldwell?
Abby's definitely in the 15. I saw that before. I'll tell you if she's in the 800 as well. Yeah, she's in the 8 as well. So pretty loaded.
People running, yeah.
Seth both. Seth in both. 15. No, just the 5 for Seth. Geez, you know what's going to happen there. Like straight final. You think you're just sitting and kicking. Well, we said this time last year. Then remember he sat back and then out kicked Cam Myers.
Yeah,
and someone else. He kicked two people.
Cam came really late at him. I think
who else was
Cam.
there?
Don't know. Cam finished second, didn't he?
Yeah. Stewie there? Don't be surprised if Stewie doesn't start.
Stewie's in the 15.
Yeah, 15 and 5K for Stewie.
Well, have you heard a whisper?
Yeah, maybe. Your words, Croaks. Be able to watch that live. 7+. Bruce and Tamsin on the microphone. Settle in to 3 days of Bruce and Tamsin. What else is coming up, fellas? Testing some new kit this week. One running apparel. Getting some half tights and some singlets. Going to do a full review next week. But our friends over there in South Australia going to be sending us some kit.
I wore the tights yesterday, actually, on my long run.
Oh, mine haven't arrived yet.
Very enjoyable.
When did yours come? Thursday.
I'm going to say, maybe Thursday.
Yeah. Public holidays. That's another thing, Moose. Retail. Getting stuff out on public holidays. Post office shut.
Oh, yeah. This big pile of stuff ready to go to the post office tomorrow, for sure.
Ready to go tomorrow. So they're the official apparel partner for Ballarat, Adelaide and Sydney Marathon.
I've got the tights. I've worn them already. The half tight.
Oh, you got yours. I haven't got mine yet. Has it got a good pocket in it?
Do your ones have the inbuilt undies or no undies?
No undies.
Yeah, mine didn't have undies either. No. Quite liked them.
Yeah, they were good. Functional.
Is it supportive?
Yeah.
Because that's a problem with no undies. Like, is it supportive?
Wear undies.
You wear undies under there?
I wear the T8 underwear.
What do you roll on, Croaks?
Sometimes I wear undies, sometimes I don't.
I've got a feeling by this smirk on his face, it's more not than does.
Careful, Croaks.
Be real careful. So yeah, we'll be previewing that stuff next week. What else you got coming up in your life, Croaks? Racing? What else?
Yeah, racing. I've been spending a fair bit of time tracking the old Artemis moon mission. You guys been into that?
No.
Wow.
Oh,
That's having this kind of time, Moose.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool that they're actually just about to go around the moon at the moment, like tomorrow, I think.
So were they going up, doing a lap, coming back?
Coming back, yep. First time in over 50 years that they've left like Earth's orbit.
Why are they doing it?
No humans limited.
Just getting some data? Like they got some data going?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a... Well, they sent the ship up, must have been a year ago or 2 years ago, and it just had like dummies in it, so no humans. And that came back fine. And now they've sent 4 humans up. And then I think the next one in a couple of years, they're planning on landing on the moon again.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing the shit that they can, like, they've been able to do. And they've actually got like a YouTube channel where they've got like videos, like current live videos.
Oh, did you see any of the footage of the Kanye West concert? Do you see that,
No.
Moose?
No.
Oh, he did it at that, what's that place in Vegas when it's like the Sphere or whatever? When it's like 360 degrees?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
The Stratus?
Yeah,
No.
Sophie. I think it's SOFI Arena or something now. I could have that completely wrong, but I thought
So
it was
it
the
was
same
good,
place.
are you saying, or no good?
Yeah, real good. He's back. The bloke's
I
been
don't know about
cancelled for
that.
like 5 years and he had 80,000 people to show.
80,000
80,000 people. Getting big praise. Anyway, what are you doing, Moose?
Canberra Marathon.
How long you up for this time?
From Thursday morning to Sunday very early.
Oh, you'll miss the marathon.
No, Monday very early. Sorry. I'm staying up Sunday. Yeah. No, I've got to be there for the marathon. We'll be out on course. Keep an eye out. Maybe not you, Croaks. I'll be out watching you on my own, personal time.
Couple of beers Saturday night if Croaks has a good run.
Oh, yeah. What are we going to watch? The 5Ks, Croaks. Men's 5K?
Yeah, men's 5K.
Put a bit of Tamsin and Bruce on. Bring a 6-pack around, Moose.
Go to Croaks going to have a big watch party.
Good. They've got an early start then next morning for the marathon.
You doing drinks? Got some athletes going around?
I've got some athletes, yeah. Because the course has changed this year, it's a bit trickier.
What's the weather looking like for Sunday?
Oh, Sunday's freezing. Sunday's like 2, low of 2.
Oh,
But it says no wind at this stage. So, but 2 is cold.
Raining?
No. Let me just.
yeah, I've got here 7 a.m., 4 degrees, 5k an hour winds. That's not too bad. What time does it start?
Oh, it's like early, like 6, maybe 6:15.
It's going to be 11 degrees at 10 a.m., so it'll warm up a bit.
And Saturday's got 11 to 20, northwesterly 15 to 25k winds.
Wait, is it a top of 14 there today?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, so like right
still
now
26.
it's... actually, no, it's 17.1 here. Feels like 16.8.
Anyway, when you're talking about the weather, it's a good time to end the show. See you, boys. Have a good week.
See ya.
See you next week.
See ya.
Bye.
And I'm gonna hold my head up high. I was taught as a young man, doesn't matter if you're white or black. Just show love to everyone you meet, doesn't matter if it don't come back.